Well, welcome to Talking Small Press Comics, episode 40 with Steve
40?
Keeter, episode
Dang.
40. Yeah,
Wow.
this is an anniversary. And that's Steve
Yeah.
Keeter, and I'm Larned Justin. So we have a bunch of comics today to show you guys. We've got tons. So don't forget now, you want to subscribe and hit the bell notifications so you don't miss any of our episodes. But if you will notice, we are on Streamyard now. We used to be on Zoom, and this is Streamyard. So if we screw it all up, you'll know why, because we've never used it before.
That's right. We'll see how it goes, folks.
It shouldn't be too much different, but you never know.
Yeah.
So, okay, I think we can. You ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right. What do we got
Dominoes.
first?
Let's go.
All right, we're going now. Go ahead, pick one because I got them laying out over here.
What do you want first? Okay, here's
Okay, we'll
from
go
Alan
with the
Sissom.
Alan Sissom's Collector's Link right there.
Collector's Link Fanzine. I think it's number 5. Number 6.
Number 6.
Alan,
the Collector's Link Fanzine with all kinds of stuff in here.
Yep. Especially an interview and artwork by Alan Groening.
Yes, Alan Groening. He does an interview with Alan Groening. Good old
Jim Main does that one.
Oh yeah.
Jim Main interview.
Good old Larry Johnson has a story. Now it's from 2008, I think, if I remember right. He has a Madame Bougla story in here, which is always fun. And here's a little bit of what it looks like. Madame
Bougla's scarf.
Yeah. Back when she was in the gypsy camp. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's always been a gypsy, but
this is back a ways.
The queen of the gypsies at this time, And it's about a trip. Her and her son Gumar.
Yeah.
You know Gumar. He's a beautiful son, but sometimes he's possessed by a demon named Coroscoro.
Yeah.
But not in this particular story.
Not in this story, but he has been in the past many times.
The madam and her son traveled through Hungary, and they put on a show in front of a bunch of people who throw money at them and stuff, and in Hungary, and something happens. Well, there's a lady, sort of the chief person in this community, and she has this where's she at? This necklace, and the madam is thinking to herself, looking like a scarab. Oh, where is it? Right there, like a little bug. And Madame Bougla's thinking, I'd like to have that. So, yep. So what happens is she has a magic scarf, and she sends the scarf. I gotta get my bearings here, but where the panel is here. She sends the scarf flying to the lady's house, and she snags the scarf. I mean, the scarf wraps around the scarab and brings it back to the madam. And there's a terrific scandal in the town, not only because of that, but because her son Bougla having a sort of a...
Her son is not Bougla.
Gumar, I'm sorry. Her son Gumar
Bougla.
Gumar finds himself attracted to the lady, the mayor or whatever she is of the town. He finds himself attracted to the daughter, and they have a little bit of a fling. Yep.
Fling here. There's a fling right there.
They're flinging right here.
Yeah, that's a fling. A definite fling.
Yeah, and all of this all together doesn't bode well, because it ends up there's a confrontation between the village people and the gypsies, and without telling you the ending, it's
anyway, great story. There's a bunch of stuff in here.
Not telling you the ending.
Yeah. Not only that, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Let's see what else we got. We got just
I'm looking at something
artwork
right
throughout the book. There's different kinds of artwork to look at. There's of course a great story by Verrill Holt Bond included
with his realistic
In fact, I
artwork.
think there's actually two. This is another one.
Yeah, that one follows the other one.
Yeah,
one leads into the other.
Yeah, but they're kind of like two stories, but yeah, they do. Yeah,
I say post-apocalyptic story.
And I dropped the book on the floor. So there you go.
We have to test gravity sometimes because we have to be sure it's working. If not, the books will they'll go flying up to the ceiling. We have to reach up, and that'd be a lot more difficult than if the books stay on the desk or whatever. So
yeah, mine fly around because I can't hold on to them.
But anyway, you got Verrill Holt's Bond, which is always excellent. There they go. And these two lovers in an apocalyptic society, after the Great War or whatever it is that destroys virtually everything. They don't end up in a planet run by apes, but they do end up in a planet that's very difficult to live with. Lots of action and adventure here. And, it's kind of sad because the one guy, his parents, they meet their maker, some really bad people out there. There's killers that are on the loose out there. It's a lawless society. Yeah. And people do whatever they have to do to survive. And someone kills the guy's parents, and of course they go after them, which is sad. But
anyway, good stuff. There's also included some Clark Dismeyer.
Clark Dismeyer.
Humor. So not everything is serious in here. So we get some humor in here.
He reads Robert E. Howard. Well, he has his mushroom character, Mushy.
Mushroom,
reads Robert E. Howard. Mm-hmm. So you got this zany little mushroom character. Here he is with a hat, a Viking hat with the horns. Sword. There he is. That's if you were a mushroom, that's the mushroom version of Conan the Barbarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Robert E. Howard. Right there.
There he is.
Mushy. Nobody else does what Clark Dismeyer. He walks to the beat of his own drummer.
Sure does. There's one there at the bottom of this page, which also has some other work by Tom Cherry. And who's this other fellow here? I can't see it. I don't know who that is, but I know Tom Cherry. Is right there.
Tom Cherry. We know Tom Cherry.
Yeah. So we got him.
Yep.
There's all kinds of. This is a great book.
There is, in fact, for you people who don't. A lot of people I know, if there's a text fiction piece in the book, you're going to go like, that's interesting. I'll read the comics. And you don't read the text fiction piece. Yeah. Well, I'm a completist. I read everything. You read it.
Now, I confess, I did not read that yet.
I read it.
Okay.
Ritual of Higher Learning by Alan System and J. Hunter Davies. J. Hunter Davies. And Alan System, of course, was the publisher. He's a terrific publisher. He's an excellent writer. He's an excellent artist. I mean, all of his books are really high caliber.
And we just talked about in the last episode before last, we were talking about one of his books. So he has a number of different publications. And of course, Clark snuck on the back page.
Okay.
There's the back page. He got in there. That mushroom got in there.
Yeah, with a pumpkin. He says, "You're not that great." Looking at the pumpkin.
Yeah, well.
The pumpkin looks a little sad because he said that.
Well, because he's not the great pumpkin he thought he was.
Yeah. Not the great pumpkin. The Allen System, the text story, has to do with a group of people, and they're like college kids or whatever. They're in a class. They don't particularly care for their instructor, and they perform a ritual, a Lovecraftian type Cthulhu sort of summoning a ritual. It's an interesting story where they draw a chalk, a pentagram and everything, and they summon a demon, they want the demon to do something terrible to their instructor because they don't like him. They don't like what he does. But what they don't know, without giving away the end of the story,
don't give it away,
is that their instructor is also in touch with a few demons himself. So he doesn't just lay down and die. That's all I'll say. But it's well written, very Lovecraftian. If you ever read Lovecraft, I used to read a lot of Lovecraft when I was younger. Yeah. First I read Poe, then I read Lovecraft. Yeah.
Similar.
I mean, yeah. Lovecraft went further than Poe. He brought in all kinds of otherworldly, interdimensional Cthulhu, and the guy who lies beneath the sea, waiting for the day when he's going to come back and lead all the elder gods to destroy mankind. And we know for a fact that this is true. It's not just a legend. He's sleeping there in his house. I think it's Raleigh, beneath the ocean. Am I going too far here?
You may be, because you are losing me. I got off the road in the last turn and haven't been able to get
the Cthulhu mythos was a lot of stories are interconnected. Different artists, different writers, wrote. Robert E. Howard was into the mythos. Lovecraft started it, and these other writers began writing their own stories in the same mythos.
Gotcha.
And that was the Cthulhu mythos, or Cthulhu. And anyway, it's a good story, and this is a great zine.
Yeah, it is. All right, we got to move on though, because we got other stuffings here to do. See what he pulls up next. I'm getting ready. Whatever you got, I'm coming. What do you got? Oh boy, yeah.
Nick Durga.
I have heard of Nick Durga for years. This is the first comic I have been able to read from him. Now, the key, let me just tell you, the key to this comic, I think, being a first-time reader, is the character. He describes a little bit of each character right inside on this page here. And what I thought I would do is read that and point to the characters on the cover. What do you think?
It's very helpful that he has that introduction that describes the people, the cast of characters. These characters have been around for several decades. And
they have, but a lot of people aren't going to know. And if you don't know, you're going to have a hard time with the book. Well, so I would say, let me read them. Okay, Prothemus is how do you say that? Prometheus. Prometheus is an amoeba whose life is always complicated. Now, you can see the amoeba right down there with the word balloon next to it.
Giant one-celled amoeba in the world among humans, your life is going to be a little bit complicated.
Right. And then right here in the middle is Ninja Ant.
Yep.
He is a happy-go-lucky adventurer and sometimes detective. That's him right in the middle. On the left, with the word balloon above his head, saying that thing, that is Spiff, S-P-I-F, a former doctor and superhero, currently a scientist and teacher. So he was a former superhero.
Superhero turns scientist turns teacher.
Right. Then on the right there, we have Dawn Star, a semi-retired superhero who can control flame. How about that?
Wow. I actually missed that part of it. I read through the whole thing. Didn't realize she could control
flame. Now, not on the cover is the karate cactus.
Karate cactus.
And he is a cactus. And he is a wise hero and sensei, a karate sensei, who fought evil for decades. He is also dead.
Right. And I remember a decade ago when Karate Cactus was killed. Nick Durga was in the UFO, so I was getting his books on a regular basis. And that whole cast of characters and a lot of other characters that he has pop up in there. He has a whole pantheon of heroes and just extraordinarily amazing and unusual characters, and the
Unusual
stories
characters
are always well
and
written.
a very unusual story. In fact, the dead cactus plays a part in this. He's also known as a Suzie. Yeah, he's also known as a Suzie, and he is dead. But if you notice on the bottom 3 panels, there's something growing in front of his tombstone. And that is what the story is about. That seedling, as you can see there, that seedling is what this story is about.
A little baby cactus begins to grow.
Yeah. And the story develops from there. It's about 29 pages. Actually, 27 pages of story, and then there's a couple of other
beautifully
written,
illustrated by me. Really.
There's some other pieces in the back here, but so this is quite a story. You better pay attention when you read it. Hang in there, you will get it. But it's interesting.
Ninja Ant is dancing with Dawn there.
Yeah.
So,
that's what ants do.
That has to happen in the story. It has to be a dance between an
always.
ant and
I know all the ants that are in my yard always want to dance with me, and I always tell them,
isn't that something?
I know. I don't have time to dance with you. You know.
Yeah. You have to watch out for them. Some of them will bite you.
Yeah.
It's a trick. They draw you in and then they bite you, and it really hurts. Especially here in Florida, we have these fire ants.
Oh, fire ants!
We have fire ants down here. You don't have these up north, right? But these are big, like red ants, and they bite you in mass. Like I was standing at a bus stop. For a while, I didn't have a car. I was standing at a bus stop. I'm standing there, and I wasn't looking down, and apparently I had stepped on a fire ant mound. All of a sudden, my foot was literally on fire. I mean, I looked down. All these ants were. It hurt like the devil. And,
no wonder you're dancing.
Oh man! And then it itches for like 2 days afterwards. It's like, oh my gosh! But that's not in this.
That has nothing to do with this.
This is Ninja Ant is not like that.
No, not like that at all. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know how long has Nick Durga been doing comics, because this is number 32.
Maybe I don't know, since the early, maybe since I guess definitely since the 1980s. Not sure about before that, but that's I've known him for.
And he's from New Zealand, by the way. So I will have his info in the description below.
Well, he lived in New Zealand. He didn't. I think he moved over. He moved to New Zealand, then he mails his comics from there, which is very interesting.
Now this is $7.50 for a 27 page story plus a couple extra pages, all the way from New Zealand.
And this is cool. I mean, you have this little. Okay, I can't see. I have a hard time. I got to get used to this.
Watch your mic. Get by the mic.
There's the little.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not used to this. Working up. Where's it at?
Right there.
I'm going to go in the opposite direction, but there's the little cactus.
It's
little
cactus.
To grow. If you see the cover, Ninja Ant adopts the baby cactus, and on the cover it says,
"It's my son."
What is that? Yeah, what is that thing? It's my son. And the little cactus guy, when he grows up to be a little more spectacular,
it gets a little scary. Yeah,
a little scary. Like big.
Look how big he is.
Just destroy an entire building. But but yet he remains lovable.
Yeah,
and this is important.
I always like lovable monsters that attack you.
Yeah.
Great book.
And Ninja Ant.
And we're not the only ones that think that Nick's work is very special. I've heard it for years. So great stuff. Great.
I don't know if it's Streamyard or what, but just getting used to this. I keep wanting to come in from the opposite direction. So
I know.
Folks, sorry about the awkwardness of.
You have to excuse us. We've never used Streamyard before, so we're testing it out on you, as a matter of fact. All right, we got more. We got
Okay.
more.
What do you got?
I got Suzie Steam, an ash can edition.
Ash can
Now,
addiction.
I've heard the term ash can edition many times and seen, but I'm not sure exactly what it means. What does the ash can edition mean? Do you know?
Well, I actually had to look it up, but it's
Yeah.
in the beginning, like the mainstream comic companies would publish an ash can of a character just to secure the copyright. They publish a comic just to make sure the character was copyrighted, but they weren't ready to premiere the character yet. So they had
This
the
is a little
copyright.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, and in small press comics, an ash can appears to be similar. It's a way to introduce the characters before you get into the actual series of comics.
But Suzie Steam we've talked about Suzie Steam many times before.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a little different. But anyway, it is.
Right. But I don't think she's had her own title before.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
And these are a couple of reprint stories from Shane Luttrell.
Yeah.
And everything he publishes is well worth checking out.
Full color.
Always beautifully illustrated, drawn.
Look at that. Full color.
And these stories were printed before, but they were in black and white.
Right.
So the thing about this is now they're in full color.
I like the paper this is on. It's not slick paper at all. It's just a kind of it's not exactly newsprint, I wouldn't say, but I just like it. I just like it. It's close to newsprint. Yeah. I like it. Very nice. So there's a couple of stories in here. Actually, the second story is very unusual.
Oh, I love the second story.
Yeah, me too, because Suzie Steam lands on a planet, and the planet is called Planet Storge, Storge, and she's in the town of Moncoeur. But what's interesting about this planet and the town is that everybody in here is in a romance comic book. I don't even know how to explain it.
Right.
But all the people in here are in a romance comic book.
Yeah. So Suzie lands and she goes, inside this building, and this guy immediately, I'm in love with you.
Yeah, he's in love with her. Doesn't take very long. He's immediately in love with her right there.
Love at first sight.
Yeah.
And then someone else.
And then the rival is there.
Has the same idea.
Yeah.
And he ain't going for it. So he knocks this guy's toupee off.
Oh my gosh. You got to get this. Let me. I'm trying to see if
the guy says, "Baby, I can see why you jilted that milk something. Now you belong to me."
This is $4. I think you got to get it to see this story. I really do. $4, all in color.
Your ship just came in. It's no wonder you think it's too good to be true. Now come here and give me a kiss. And these guys, they all end up fighting over her.
Oh yeah.
Yep, there they go.
Big fight. All kinds
she just walks off. She had something to accomplish. There was something she needed to find on that planet. She does, and
she had a job. She went there because somebody asked her to pick something up. There was a reason she went to the planet, but I don't think she expected an entire planet full of romance comic book people. I know I wouldn't.
Did Shane draw both of these stories? I think he actually illustrated these.
Well, it says created by Shane.
I think he wrote and illustrated these.
Yeah, I think he drew them. I think he did. Yeah.
He's a terrific artist.
Yeah, because I see his name way down in the corner on the first page here.
A lot of nice stuff. A lot of nice artwork here.
Yeah, very good. So well worth it. $4.
That's a wraparound front cover.
Yeah, it is. You can show the whole thing.
That's her dog. That's Sarge.
That's how the whole thing looks. Yeah. Look at that.
Sarge is her pet.
Did somebody else do the cover? No, Shane did. In 2003.
Yeah, he signed it.
2023, brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent work, Shane. Excellent
work. Real nice.
Glad to see this in color.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is a cool little comic. Got other things in it too. It's got some written articles and things, but and the other thing is Shane's daughter is coming along, and here's some artwork that she is starting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Right.
her, does it say her age? I forgot. No. Oh, 5. She's 5 years
5 years
old,
old.
and she's working. He's got her working. Uh, I don't know if he's paying her anything. He should
Right.
be, but her stuff is in here.
Right.
So
Well,
anyway,
somebody here with a goldfish bowl around their head and
yeah.
antennas is fighting
Well,
a slimy monster.
see, that's a space helmet.
Yeah,
It's
space
not a
helmet.
goldfish bowl. That's a space
I
helmet.
I couldn't think of the word space helmet for something.
Oh,
Goldfish
okay.
bowl was as close as I could come.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
here's a bunch of stuff coming from Shane on the
that's
back.
nice.
On the back, coming soon. So great little publication. I liked it a lot. Boink.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And, he did send ordering information. 16
Yeah. Now
pages.
I'll have that in the description down below when we.
Okay, I got it on my wall, stuck on a sticky note in front of me here. So,
Or you can go over to Steve's house and look at it.
yeah, you can come over here.
Yeah.
Plus your plane ticket and everything, or you
Yeah,
can
you
send
go down to
$5.
Florida. You go down to Florida and you look at it on Steve's wall, or I can put it in the description. Whatever you want to do.
I can wait. We're both going to be at the space convention. I could bring my copy then. You can look at it.
Yeah.
We're going to be at space in June.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If you saw our last video, you should have all the information about that you need so far.
Right. All right. What do we got next? Which one are you doing? We got 2 left.
You got
Well, 2 of these. Yeah, we may have more.
2 of those.
Okay. Well, let's go with
Yeet.
Yeet. Yes. Ooh.
Yeet, Tales of Yeet, from Mike Jones, and Shane Luttrell has a big presence in this issue as well.
Yep.
With the stories that he wrote, but he didn't necessarily illustrate.
But I have to show you the first story in here. This artist, I don't know, I've never seen him before.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at
Danielle
artwork.
Don Brenius. It's a difficult. I guess
it's a difficult name to say.
Daniel
it is
Don Brenius Spacani.
That's what I would say. Danielle Dan Byrnes
Spacani.
Yeah, but
written by Frank Scott, lettered and color. Some of the coloring is done Shane Luttrell himself. But just show them that artwork.
Look at that artwork. I mean,
that's unbelievable.
Professional. That is professional. I mean, there's no other word for it.
Utterly professional.
It may be in a small press comic, but that's professional artwork. It is very well done. Very, very well done.
Yeah, and this is a story. It's kind of it's inspired by early Marvel comics, from the late 50s and early 60s. The early monster stories and the Fantastic Four, the evil Gugoth from the planet G. He even looks kind of like the Thing, from the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I got 4 fingers and orange skin and the whole bit, but he's totally different. He's not here to help the Earth. He's here to destroy the Earth.
Yeah.
And I got to say something too. This artwork is so beautiful.
Oh, so good. Look at that.
But I mean, it's just beautiful. And look at the way he draws Suzie Steen. Well, I got to say something here. I just recently became single again, and just looking at this, I gotta say this guy knows how to draw a fine figure of a woman. That's absolute beauty. And no, I'm not gonna go there. But not go there. Somewhere back there. But I'll tell you that this guy draws beautiful women. But everything he draws is beautiful.
Yeah, look at this.
But he has the anatomy and everything down perfect.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
And we got this one has a Space Cowboy is the name of the
Captain
Cowboy, and his sidekick, Latigo kid. Latigo.
Yeah, I thought Latigo. I like that. But in the first panel, I guess it's a little typo. They call him Latino.
Latino lad.
That's the only place that appears. That's just a little mistake.
Yeah.
His name is Latigo.
No, he's not Latino. That is Latigo.
Not Latino.
And and this is it because he's a space cowboy. He's like a cowboy, but he rides on a space scooter of sorts.
Latigo is the other guy. I mean, Latigo is the guy kneeling down here.
That's the young guy.
The cowboy. Who's the cowboy? Is there a name for him? Did you say? Space cowboy?
Captain Cowboy.
Captain Cowboy.
Captain Cowboy, but he is in fact a space cowboy.
Yeah.
And Latigo lad also becomes enamored. He notices how beautiful Suzie Steam is.
Suzie Steam, yeah.
And he makes an absolute fool out of himself talking to her, but she's a lot more mature than that, and she kind of sets him straight, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the funny thing about it is these are actual characters. I mean, you feel like these are real people. You know, you say something stupid, and then you say something, and then you feel like, oh well, I just made a jerk out of myself and everything. And but she takes it all in stride. You can see her right here taking it all in stride. Not up there, here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the action.
And she's an interesting character.
If you like action, look at that. There's the action. Man.
This guy is as good as anybody. This is one of the finest, truly one of the finest small press artists. I just don't, he just doesn't get any better than this.
No, really good, really good stuff.
Yeah. And the story's great. Like I say, it reads like an old Marvel comic in some ways.
But now, you know, with Yeet, you turn it over and you start from the other end. Now look at this. This is the same artist, but his style changes a little bit. If you'll notice, it's the same artist, but his style for this particular story changes a little bit. I like that. Pretty neat.
Yeah, this is a cute sort of a kid's story. It's and the same writer, Frank Scott, same letterer, Shane Luttrell. But
a little different style. Very good. Very
little
good.
Kid's birthday, and he receives a nice pet for his birthday unexpectedly. He was like bemoaning getting older because he's 7, and he's starting to not believe in things that he believed in before. But his birthday, you know, turns out okay anyway. And he gets to enjoy it. Well, here he is, his 8th birthday, it looks like here.
Yeah. 8 has an 8 there on the cake.
Yeah. And you know, what more could you ask for? You get a cool chameleon for your birthday, and it says there's cake and melted ice cream.
All right.
Yep. There's also a strange story in here.
Now we go from that to this is by Jason Moning art, and the story as told to Frederick Davis. This is Soda Jerk.
Soda Jerk. This guy, he's absolute soda addict. You see that? That is the face of an addict right there, folks.
Right there.
That's what an addict looks. He's got to have soda.
Yeah.
And he decides to give up soda, and that lasts for, he says, the hours without soda became days. The days became weeks. The weeks became months, or so it seemed. But then he says, man, it's only been 20 minutes. I can't do it. I need a soda. And once he has his soda, he's contented. You can see
once he gets it, he's in good shape.
Yep. Demented, contented, and there you go. That's what soda does for you, folks, right there.
That's why I drink it. Here's something cool too. All decked out. This is a deck of cards. All decked out.
Joe Corrales.
You can see his characters over by this finger over here, up here.
Right.
And
Selinsky and
here's
Wonder Kitty.
everybody has a card. I don't think.
Where are we at?
Let me see if
There's
there's
the
any.
Improbable Girl.
Yeah.
And the Wonder Kitty, which is our two main characters from that we've been discussing in Joe's comics over the last couple
There's
of
a
episodes.
bunch of other characters in here.
Yep.
Also.
Sir Percival.
But Joe's are down here. Yeah. Yeah, down here.
Mm-hmm.
Then these here, I can't read this. Let me see. Suzie's theme. Oh, here we go. Suzie's theme, Captain Cowboy, Gulath, Latino Lad. Now it's Latino Lad. Okay. Sarge and Dangerous. These are all the.
Sarge is a doggy.
Yeah. Sarge is a
Suzie
dog.
Steam's doggy. He's like a German Shepherd doggy. He jumps in and saves the day in more than one adventure.
Mm-hmm.
You see him wearing a space helmet at times too.
But now
the closest friend.
This we thought he was Latigo, but in this it says it's Latino again. So I'm not sure.
I think it's supposed to be. Shane, you want to clear that up for us? It is.
Yeah,
Latigo,
Shane will have
right?
to clear. Shane will have to get in here and tell us what the heck we're doing.
Shane did the lettering, so
yeah,
Shane should know.
He should.
What's the scoop, Shane?
Yeah,
Latigo or Latino
which one is it, or is it both? Yeah.
And if it's Latigo, what does Latigo mean?
Nothing. I thought it was just a name. But Latino means something, but Latigo that I know of. Maybe we don't know though. we don't know everything. Almost, but not everything.
We know a lot. And there were a couple.
We know a lot.
There's accumulated wisdom over the decades and over the decades of reading comics and having your brain essentially turn into mush.
Right. Exactly.
So we try to pull it all together when we can, especially for the show.
There's the back cover.
Who do that? Oh, that's
Rue Wants You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do that? Bill Carter. I know Bill Carter drew something. I think this guy did Bill Carter.
Oh, that's nice.
It's an inside cover.
I don't know. We probably can't find who drew it. I don't know.
I think it's Daniel Spasani again. It looks like it could be Daniel Spasani again. I'm looking. There's a signature D. Looks like DAN. So it must be. I think it's probably Daniel Danbrenas Spasani.
Good stuff.
I think that's who did the cover.
Yeah.
Both covers.
Well, then he did them both. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
never can go wrong with Yeet.
And the and here's the pinup. The pinup on the inside front, I believe, is done by. Is that one done by Shane? Maybe Shane did this one. And here again,
it says Latigo there.
Latigo Lad, right there.
Yeah. So we have got to get Shane to clear this mystery up.
Yeah.
He will. He'll set us straight. For sure.
Latigo Lad, Gugoth, and there's another Dangerous who pops up at the end of one of the stories. And she's an even more powerful super heroine
than Suzie Steam. More powerful than Suzie Steam.
Yeah, so this is not Suzie Steam. This is someone apparently even more powerful who pops up at the very end unexpectedly after the story's supposed to have been over. This evil Gugoth character, he's supposed to have been defeated, but he starts to wake back up and he encounters her.
I'll be darned.
And apparently that's all you need to say. She's there and the story's over.
Okay.
That's how it looks to me.
All right.
Yeah.
So
great issue. You gotta love Yeet, man. You gotta love Yeet.
Yeet is always good.
Mike Jones and the whole cast, all you guys.
Always good. Yeah.
Yeah. The best, some of the best. This is really among the best of the best of small press that's out there.
Now this is Snow Bunny, and it's a sample book.
Mm-hmm.
And it has all kinds of artwork of Snow Bunny different artists. You can see they're all listed on the front. All the artists that contributed to it. Look at the back.
Cover.
That's the back. Is that cool?
From Jeff Wood. Jeff Wood created Snow Bunny way back in the early 1980s. And the sexy anthropomorphic superheroine, part rabbit, part human. But yeah, it's a long-running character. And Jeff's other. This looks like a compilation book.
This has all kinds of artist interpretations of Snow Bunny. A lot of it is in color, not quite all of it, but look at that. Wow.
All inspired by that character. A lot of it written by Jeff. This is artwork by Mike Segura, who I think is one of the finest artists who've ever drawn this character.
Art by Jeffery H. Wood, right there on this side, right here.
Yeah,
that's by Jeff Wood.
And Jeff does have his own style. Nobody draws it quite like him. Try to find a page. Here's a page where Snow Bunny is running up against zombies. Black and white. But look at that distinctive artwork.
Yeah.
From Jeff Wood. Yeah. So, even
John,
black and white, it really stands out.
John P. Morgan did this. A little more linear take.
Yeah, and there's a lot of great artists in here.
All kinds.
Jason Waltrip drew this page. Different takes on the same character, but a lot of people, this character. See, the thing is, she hasn't just appeared in small press comics. She's appeared on the internet and in APPAs and all kinds of stuff. So this is like
this is a little bit from everything, so you can really get an idea. Yeah. This costs this is right on the cover, $9. And let me see if I got a page count for you. Oh yeah, 45 pages. 45 pages of Snow Bunny for $9.
And a lot of it in full color.
Oh yeah.
I think Jason Waltrip drew this one.
Look at that. Yeah. Very cool.
Really nice. They're in a graveyard coming up against zombies. And this one, zombies seem to be a recurring theme.
Zombies are everywhere. Yeah.
Zombies are everywhere.
They're everywhere.
It's like you just can't keep a zombie down. That's for darn sure. And that's what they're all about. They can't be kept down.
No. So. Anyway,
and she has a sister.
Very cool.
Yeah, Snow Bunny has a sister named Honey Bunny, who pops up from here and there. This is sort of a Twilight Zone takeoff. You unlock this door with the key of imagination.
Oh, I like it. I saw that. The Twilight
Rod
Zone.
Serling there.
Yeah.
In the upper left there, and Snow Bunny and Honey Bunny in there. Honey Bunny appears to be sometimes a villain, sometimes a friend, but that's a sister of Snow Bunny.
Yeah. She seems to be shooting a bazooka at a rabbit here. What it looks like.
There's another story. One of the best things in here. Story by Jeff Wood, art by Mike Segura again. It involves a science fiction take on Wile E. Coyote.
Oh,
Wile E. Coyote, that Honey Bunny, getting him started there, and it's Wile E. Coyote against the Roadrunner. They don't call him the Roadrunner; they call him something else, whatever it was, Red Runner or something like that. And Wile E. Coyote, he's pulling out the stops as always. Go after him.
Yeah.
So he was putting on these skates.
Who did that? Let me see.
Turbo powered skates.
Mike Segura.
Yeah, and you can see if I can get my fingers in the right spot here.
Yeah,
the Roadrunner. Meep.
Yep.
And
oh man,
it's great.
Good stuff.
It takes Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner and puts him in a futuristic science fiction setting.
Here's one with a little bit of detail.
Oh, yeah. Is that Jeff?
Let me see who did that.
Jeff puts in
commissioned artwork.
Down at the bottom there.
Sean Howell.
Okay.
Sean Howell.
Everyone, all of the artists are true to Jeff's vision of Snow Bunny. So it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's so many different artists, and there's a whole list of them.
And they can get it. Their take keeps Snow Bunny. You can tell it's Snow Bunny. You know it's Snow Bunny, but it has their touch on it. It's really cool.
Yeah,
really
so
cool.
They're true to the character. You got Alan Freeman, Francis Mile, Robert Guthrie, John P. Morgan, on and on and on and on. A lot of great people involved in this.
Yeah.
And as an introduction to Snow Bunny, this is as good as it gets.
Yeah. Because
not just an introduction, but it's a great book.
And then you can order some Snow Bunny books when you. I'll give you all the information down below in the description, the contact info for Snow Bunny and Pseudo Comics, which is what this is. Pseudo Comics.
He's called it that for decades. It's always been Pseudo Comics. That's Jeff Wood. Yeah. Hi Jeff. I hope you're watching this. Great to be seeing all this great new work from you. And
I don't know that I guess he sent, from what I understood, he sent these to a whole bunch of people, not only Steve and I. So I don't even know if he knows we do this. But anyway, hopefully he does.
Yeah. Now, Jeff knows. He knows about the show.
Okay.
I'm going to remind him. Jeff, you got to watch the show because we're talking about you behind your back. If you don't watch,
you won't know what we said. And you will not be able to sue us.
That's right. And we'll deny it anyway, even if it's on video.
We didn't do it.
It was overdubbed. Wasn't us.
No. Last episode we talked to Bob Corby, and we showed you a lot of his comics. But Steve wanted to go over comics cheese.
This is the cheese. Number 30. Yeah, this came out in everyone has a theme.
Yeah.
One of them was hope, and I forget what the other one was.
This was 2022's version.
But I did want to say, we mentioned Bob. We showed a little bit of what he had to say, and I just want to say a little bit more about it because he sent us a lot of stuff. And I'm not able to work. We're not able to work everything into every video.
No.
But this being one of his more recent efforts, it would be a rather representative of what he does. And did he do the cover? Who did the cover?
I don't know, but this is you mail in.
I think Bob did that cover.
You mailed it in and he compiles it. You send him this artwork for here with the theme cheese, any artwork that has that theme, and he puts it in a book.
And he got some really wild responses.
Some crazy stuff.
Sorry, Brian Konini, go ahead.
I was going to say the one for this year, the theme is coffee. And I've already sent mine in. So I'm going to be in the next
Well, darn, I should send something in too.
Yeah, April 1st is the deadline. If you want to send something, if you want to send something into
you can't be serious. April 1st is April Fool's Day. He's kidding.
No, he's not kidding. That is the deadline. And if you don't send something in, you're the April Fool.
Okay. I was born in April. My birthday's April 20th. And you guys remember, send me gifts. My birthday's Aprl 20th.
Yeah, make sure you send Steve some kind of garbage.
April 20th, I'll be 67. 67 years old.
Gosh, holy cow.
Yeah. If I didn't dye the mustache, you'd think I was 68.
Yeah, I know. or 66 with the dyed mustache.
Yeah. Oh, I was young. I'm thinking I was 66. Those were the good old days.
I was thinking 66 when I saw that mustache.
Anyway, here's a story in the front of this one by Brian Konini, who does a lot of great stuff. Here's a guy, he's kind of depressed, and he's got a cheese ball right there. I'm starting to get better at locating where things are with my finger. Cheese ball. And it's just sitting there in his room. And over a period of time, it starts to smell bad. Meanwhile, this guy's always depressed.
Cheese balls will.
Yeah, he's depressed because his girlfriend ran away with his roommate. his roommate came by when he wasn't there and cleared out the room. All his furniture is gone. So he's sitting there, and for days he goes to work and he comes back home, and every time he comes home, that cheese ball is a little more deteriorated, and it begins developing a personality. It starts to come to life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it begins instilling him with dreams and things and controlling him and telling him what to do. The landlord enters the apartment complaining of the smell. So he comes in. By this time, the cheese ball is all black and it's taken over the entire room. Mm-hmm. And there's the landlord. That's what happens to the landlord right there. Yeah. So, and this story is clearly based on a true story, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, if you've ever had a cheese ball in your room for 6 weeks, you know.
If you leave it in there, it's 36 days. By 36 days, it's taken over everything.
Take over your whole room.
Yeah. After all
they always do that.
They do that. The cheese balls do that.
This is $7.95, by the way, from Bob Corby. $7.95. You can still get this. So.
There's lots of other cool stuff in here.
Yeah, it's
Matt Levin. I think we mentioned Matt Levin in our video. Blues stories. Kel Crum.
Oh, Kel Crum are one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah. His character. What's his name?
Well, it's Cornelia and Thigh-Bone Jones. Yes. Cornelia is the girl. Mm-hmm. And Thigh-Bone Jones is the blues artist, yes.
And he writes a blues song about cheese. Let me see if I can do it.
Yeah, see if you can sing that.
Woke up one morning, got my cheese on my mind. Put some cheese on my omelet, that processed squirt on kind. I prefer sharp cheddar, but Velveeta's all I could find. And then he can't think of anything. What rhymes with lactose intolerant? He's looking for a word. And he is talking to...
that ended his career. Couldn't come up with that word.
Yeah, but so there's a lot more stuff. You know, we showed you work by Bob himself in here.
Yep, Bob. There's some Bob work right there at the back. Right there, that bunny, that's Bob's. And this I was going to point out, it's 112 pages, by the way.
Right.
112.
Massive issue. This is Bob. Look at this.
That's Bob's. Yep.
Grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm.
A story about making grilled cheese and how everybody wants to eat. He makes the grilled cheese and he brings it out, and other people come in and they see this and smell this grilled cheese and they want to eat it.
Yep.
So the person who actually made the grilled cheese is continually frustrated because everyone else is eating it and not the person who made it, you see. And this is what happens in life.
Yes.
You know?
Well, yeah. You know,
too nice people
come to think of it, Bob probably is the guy that comes up with the theme for these, you know?
Yeah.
So he's got a head start on everybody else. Yeah. Because he already thought of the theme. He's already got something in his mind that he's going to draw for this. Very clever. And you got to come up with something, but he's already done it. Very clever. Very clever.
Page 63 to 63, there's another nice artist, Carlos Rivera and Craig Latchall.
I'm looking at a brief history of cheese right here. Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, I like this artwork here.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
The history of cheese. I read
the history of cheese is right there, illustrated wonderfully by I don't know who. Let me see.
What page is it? It tells you in the front.
Story and art by Brent Bowen. Bowman. Yeah. I'm sorry. Bowman.
Yeah. And it actually is a history of cheese. It's got some interesting facts in it.
Cheddar. I see the word cheddar.
Cheddar was recent came along recent. I think it was invented in America. Cheddar. I think so. If I remember what I read.
Yeah.
And there's only one story in this entire book that has nothing to do with cheese. Did you know that?
How did that get in there?
I don't know, but it's called Hate Conquers All by Stephen Myers, featuring She-Eagle and friends.
Huh. And it had nothing to do with cheese?
Yeah, I guess no, nothing. I couldn't find cheese anywhere in this story. the heroine is captured by a bad guy, and of course she fights back. Just not going to allow that to happen.
We got my friend Dale Martin here with Watusi the talking dog.
Yeah,
Bad joke funnies, Watusi and pals. And this is about cheese.
And Dale never runs out of ideas.
Oh, Dale is, yep, he's always got something going on.
Yep.
I did not, I was hoping he'd go to space this year, but I haven't seen his name on there.
Yeah, Dale, you should go.
Yeah.
We're going to be there.
Yeah, you should, Dale. Yeah, you ought to go. Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah.
So,
I think that's about it for now.
We have done it, haven't we? Yeah.
Yeah. Until the next time.
Yeah.
And all right, guys. Works out. Streamyard. This is something new for us.
Yeah. So you're going to see shortly what this looks like. We have to put it on YouTube, and then it will be it will be there for you to view. So we'll say so long for now, and we'll see you in the next episode, which will be episode 41, because this is episode 40. Logically, the next one would be 41.
That's right. Logical. Oh, and don't forget, well, by now it's too late because you're not going to see this video tonight, but we have to turn our clocks up 1 hour tonight. So we're going to lose an hour of sleep tonight.
Yeah, so don't forget that either. Turn your clock up. Whenever you see this, will be different.
An hour later.
Yeah. Now, whenever you see this, I don't care when it is, turn your clock up, spring forward, whenever you see it. So.
Right. So if it automatically turned itself up, because digital and everything, clocks automatically reset themselves for daylight savings time.
Well, your phone.
That's okay. Yeah, if you set it, your phone, maybe your computer. But if that happens, go ahead and set it another hour up anyway.
Yeah.
You can get up 2 hours early.
You can get up 2 hours early that way, and you won't miss anything.
That's right. You'll be on time.
I'm telling you, we got some great advice. We really do. If you're not watching this show, you are really missing out. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, let's get out of here before they shoot us or something.
I don't think there probably won't be a show next weekend. It's because
we don't really have anything new, do we? No,
not yet. But but the thing is, I'm going to be out of this house for 4 days. I'll be staying at a hotel next weekend because they're remodeling the bathroom here.
Oh. I'll be darned.
Here spent mega bucks to remodel the bathroom and kicked us all out for 4 days.
Oh my gosh! All right,
I'll be back next. I'll pop in. I'll have my laptop. So
we'll do your next show from the new bathroom.
Right.
Will you? Okay.
Should be awesome.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you next time.
Adios.